Hello everyone, this is Vineet here. Today I'm going to talk about developing a small piece of code and tracing it back to a user story in VSTS. I'm going to use Git as the repository in Visual Studio and use VSTS as my source code location where I'm going to track the user story as well. So let's get started. First of all, as you can see, I don't have any repo created. There is no files on my laptop. Let's review the user story once. So user story says, as a user, I should get a hello world when I launch the program. Acceptance criteria. I see hello world on the screen. It should stay on the screen until I hit enter. Since I'm a developer, I will be assigning a story point to it. So I feel it's a fairly easy story. So I'm assigning it story point 1. I'll change the status to active since I am now starting the development. I note down what's the story number because this will be required me to trace it back in my code. So I open my Visual Studio. There are many ways to do it. So one way is to click here, clone in Visual Studio. It'll open a Visual Studio for us. I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to Visual Studio, go to View, Team Explorer, then click on Manage Connections. This small plug icon is the Manage Connections. I say connect to a project. It's authenticating me. Then I select which project I want to connect to. I'm connecting to my demo project. I choose where I want my Git repo to be created. So that's the place I want it to be created. And here I say clone. When I go to that location, what I'll find is that a new Git repo is created, but it's all empty at this point because we have not developed a single line of code. All this is telling Git is that this is where the code will be. So if any changes are there in this folder, Git can detect it. Now that cloning the repository is done. So let's review. Let's go to Team Explorer. Here it says the repository was cloned successfully. Do you want to create a new project or solution in this repository? I want to click yes. I want to develop a simple console application. You notice it's giving me the right folder location already because I chose this link. Otherwise, you have to make sure that you are using the right folder location. I'll name my app as Hello World. I want to create a new solution. I'm unselecting create a new Git repository because I already have one. So my Hello World solution is now created. If I go to Solution Explorer, I can see what program it is. I can see its code. The requirement was to do hello world, not hello world exclamation mark. So I'm going to remove exclamation. Other requirement was that it should wait for me until I hit enter. So I'm going to take a user input there. Now my code is pretty much done. I am going to now run it once. Code is developed as per the requirement. I hit enter, the program finishes. So code is exactly as per the requirement. So I'm going to now check in the code or in Git terms. I'm going to commit and push it back to the VSTS. I go to Team Explorer. I want to see what changes are there. So I see the number of files Git is automatically detecting for me. I say hello world is developed. I want to capture the story number for user story. This. I want to assign the related work item for the story. So I am going to say that's the work ID, or you could go the long route. So click add. So now when I do the commit, it will be committed against this user story. Now, Visual Studio, the later versions of Visual Studio, they allow us to do multiple operations at once. One is just to do a local commit. The other one is to do a commit and push at the same time. So I'm going to use this task. Before I do that, I just want to show you the folder. So my folder is created under my repo location. I'm going to do now commit and push. When I do the commit and push, if I go to files, it'll now start showing me the files, but I have not done that yet, so I'm going to do it now. It's committing, its push is done, it's synchronizing, all good, successfully pushed the code to the master branch. I'm going to now check the files. My files are there. Perfect. And let's look at the branches. So my master branch was created. So friends, that's how we do code development and tracing the code back to the user story in VSTS using Git. Thanks everyone. Have a good day.